Hi everyone. It's Vickie Kello, your independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. I hope I'm the right way. I can't see whether I'm going to be the right way. Just waiting for everything to show up on my iPad because we have got internet issues again. So I am hotspotting off all my devices. Right, Glenda. Hi, Glenda. I can see some people. Yay. Let me know if you're on. So, I thought my new pre-order... Hi, Elizabeth. Hi, Kerry. My new pre-order arrived, which is nice. I've got a lot of that side sewing. So I thought I'd go through... Oh, my leg is better. Hi, Lisa. Your order arrived today, Lisa. So I'm still limping everywhere, but I've stopped walking around the house with the rolly chair because that was a little bit dangerous. But anyway, so my second lot of pre-order arrived. Hi, Karen. So I thought I would show you what I got. Can't hear me. Can anybody hear me? Hopefully. No? Yeah, I can hear me. So hopefully it's just you, Sharon. Sorry. So what's come in my pre-order is, this is my second pre-order. I opened the box this morning and I've taken the customer orders out. Hi, Marie. So I've got this Days to Remember stamp set. So this is pretty cool. I do a lot of calendars. I think I've got one here ready. This isn't one of mine, but it's one that I have here to give to customers. This is one of last year's. Hi, Marnie. As little gifts and stuff like that, but usually I have to buy these calendars. So this stamp does that all for you. And what I've seen on the when some people are using it, like it's one big stamp. Thanks for sharing, ladies. So it's one big stamp of the numbers, but what happens is it lines up. Oh, I haven't got an ink pad here. Hang on, I'll have to get an ink pad. It lines up. Hunter had a great first day back today. You can line it up here, that like 1, and it'll go to like 6. It works better on a Stampin' Up ink pad rather than the Memento, but it fits. The days of the ink fit, or the days of the week fit the width of the ink pad. So if it goes to 1 to 7, 1 to 8, but if you start on 2, then it goes 2 to 8 and go down. And 1's over here. So it's a bit weird, but it works. So I'm going to try that out one time. Not tonight, I've got something else planned for tonight. I got this, which... Oh, this can't... No. This one comes with... I'm just trying to work them out here. This one comes with the scalloped contour dies. So I was going to just get the dies with this one and not the stamp set, because you all know that I think there's too many flowers. But I thought I really like the splotches, because that controls the splotches rather than getting yourself in a mess. I really like the sentiments. And hi, Lee. There's only a couple of flowers and it colours it in for you. So... I did end up getting the flowers as well, but this is the dies. How pretty are these? these. So a scalloped with the holes in them, and then these are full scallops, and then the little holes for the sentiment, and then this little scallopy stitchy border thing that cuts out the flower, and this cuts out the big flower. So I'm pretty happy with that. So that comes as a bundle. If you buy the bundle, you save 10%. So all these products are available to customers on the 4th of May, but demos can order now. If you can't wait till the 4th of May, you could join my team. So then I got this bundle as well. Again, more flowers, but I got this for the punch. And then I'm so glad I got this because I was already convinced of purchasing this, but then I saw some awesome stuff with this at the On Tour that I watched over the weekend. So I'm very, very happy with this now because now I've got some good tips to use that. Then I ended up getting the Taylormade Tags. Whoops. Yeah, I like them, Elizabeth. Love this set, and I bought it too. Oh, nice, Sharon. We've got the same tastes. And then these are the Taylormade Tags. So these are the square-edged ones, and these are the funky-edged ones, and they've got the stitching on them. So this is really nice. So you get 1, 2, 3, 4 different sizes, and then these are the inserts, or the reinforcements that go over the holes so that when you put ribbon through there it doesn't tear so much. So you get full circles for these ones, and then you get like half shape ovally things for these ones. So I like that. That's pretty cool. And then I got these. I don't know what bundle what suite these are from, but I didn't get the rest of it. I just got the bumblebees because they're cute. So they're gold, little flat-backed bumblebees. But I didn't get, that comes in a whole suite. I think this comes in the pansy suite. I didn't get the pansies. That's too much flowers. And I had a team member here on Saturday doing On Tour with me, and she bought the pansies, and I cut out a few of the dies, and that's as much as I'm using of the pansies. Too many flowers for me. Hi, Angie. And then I got the In Colour Designer Series paper. So this is the 5 new In Colours in the Designer Series paper. Hi, Tara. So this is nice, pretty pattern. I did enjoy On Tour, Elizabeth. It was good. You got the stamp set. I'll show you my swap in a minute that I made with the stamp set. There have been some issues with the stamp set, but I managed to get a couple of good things out of it. But the presentations were awesome. I've got a page of notes and 100 ideas running through my head of stuff that I can do. And it was just great, even though it was virtual, catching up with demos that I hadn't seen for ages. Thanks for sharing, Marie. And because once I got the In Colour paper, already, Angie, you're efficient using it. Because I got the multi-pack of In Colour paper last week with my order, I thought I'd really use a lot of the purple and I'd really use a lot of the pink. So that's Polished Pink and the Fresh Freesia. So I've ordered a full pack each of those. I didn't order a full pack of the other colours because I don't know that I'll be using as much as that. Hi, Margaret. I love smelling new paper. I know I'm weird. Oh, I don't like the new paper smell. And even the new catalogue smell, Julie. I usually have to open my catalogues and let them air out on the coffee table before I sit down and read them and open them. And then I had to order a pack of Bermuda Bay because I've cut and organised my class for the snail mail class and ran out of Bermuda Bay. So I had to replace that. Then I got the re-inkers of all the new colours because I forgot to order them last week. Yes, you sniff all the photopolymer stamps, Elizabeth. To me, they're very stinky. Elizabeth sits there and smells them. So I got all the re-inkers because they're always good to get. Then I got, now I'm going to open this DSP. This is the first time, I've been a demo for over 8 years. This is the first time I've seen Stampin' Up offer a pack of DSP as a hostess reward. So for a hostess, if you spend over $250 in Australia, then you get to get $25 rewards with Stampin' Up, and then you can purchase any product you want, or you can purchase from the host only stamp sets and items in the back. But this is the first time in 8 years that I've seen DSP available, and look how big the pack is. It's 48 pages or something. It's a massive amount of paper. So I don't know how I'm going to do this. I'm trying to show. I got that paper, very nice, and there's lots of paper. It's massive. Look, it's my whole nail long, wide. This is, have I got a normal pack of paper? This is a normal pack of paper that I've used like maybe 1 or 2 sheets out. And look at this, like it's massive. A normal pack of paper, you get 12 sheets. This you're getting 48. So you're getting 4 times the amount of paper. And it's got loads of different colours in it. On the back, it says Crushed Curry, Flirty Flamingo, Granny Apple Green, Misty Moonlight, Pale Papaya, Petal Pink, Pool Party, Poppy Parade, and Whisper White. So it's only got one of the in colours in it, and the rest are all the new, permanent colours. And the other side, look at the, oh, I didn't even know that. This side is mainly black and white. Holy dooly. I had no idea. I thought it was just all coloured. Will I use 48 sheets? Well, I will probably struggle, Julie, but I have been watching Kirsty or Christy Marcotte on YouTube, and I love what she does. So the cards that I've got organised for tonight are solely using pattern paper, and that's why I got this this paper pack, because I thought I would do a few kits like she does up. So she's not Kirsty Marcotte or Christy Marcotte. I don't know if it's Kirsty or Christy. She's not Stampin' Up related. She just sits there and uses a few sketches, card sketches, and then just makes all these cards out of a particular paper pack. And then the new paper pumpkin arrived. So I'm going to open the new paper pumpkin. This is available whilst stocks last. I am not making this tonight. So as a demo, Julie, you can order it now and pay for it. But as a, if you wait until after the 4th of May, you have to use your Stampin' Rewards to get the paper, and so then you get it after you've placed a $250 order. So Adrian's just got out of the shower and he showed me his stitches, because on Thursday he got his skin cancer cut out of his arm again. So this is the second time, and there's over 20 stitches and it looks horrendous. So we're waiting for the results to see whether they got it all this time, because they didn't get it all last time. It's a nice bouquet of flowers, or bouquet of flowers. Stamp set says, sharing in your sorrow, thinking of you and wishing I could be there to hold your hand. Oh, that's lovely. I'll always be here for you, and I can't read. Oh, sorry for your loss. So, and then no, it won't be hard for a large order, Angie. I think especially when people first see it, they'll want lots of things. So I think there'll be a few people that will easily be able to put in a $250 order. Jess wants pics of your stitches. My paper pumpkin should be here tomorrow. Ah, hopefully. So the customers that ordered theirs and paid for it last week, theirs arrived today. So Lisa, yours is here. And I've got a couple of others here, but they're not online, so I'll just hand it to them afterwards. And then, what else do you get? Oh, I'm not going to open too much of it. You get some twine. You look like you get some sequins. You get dimensionals as per usual, the cards and the envelopes. So I'm going to do this. These are the cards. So I'm going to do this in a couple of weeks on a Facebook Live. But I thought that's here if anybody wants to order. It's only while stocks last. The tissue paper is really nice, isn't it? So this was my swap. So this was the stamp set that we got as part of the On Tour. So I've made the card with this. And I've done the little butterfly image. I did do the big leaf image in the background, and then the big leaf image, and then the little leaf image, and then the thing. So that was my swap. And look at all the DSP there I've used, Julie. You'll be so proud of me. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4 different sheets of DSP. Can you believe it? So then these are the cards we're going to make up tonight. Look how prepared I am. Can you believe I've even got samples? Hi, Rita. So we're going to use, I have got nearly this whole pack of DSP from the Dandy Garden range, and I haven't used too much of it, so I've challenged myself to use quite a bit. So we're going to sit here and work through these cards while we chat and work out which bit goes where, because I'm all cut and prepped. I can't believe it. Love layers, you do the best job, Vickie. Oh, thanks. I am never usually this organised, but I have been. I'm trying to get a bit better because it's just, there's a lot of work and I've got a lot of things going on that I can't not be organised these days. I got my results for my, we'll pop these ones away because they're not ready for right now. So the stamp set that we're using tonight is the Dragon. That's going to all fall over. Hang on, let me just pop this on the floor before I lose something. That can be there. Oh, tonight's winner is Marie. Thanks for commenting. That was last week's Lucky Door prize. So to get in the draw for this week's, you just need to like and comment and share my video. So this is the stamp set. So I'm mainly using the sentiments tonight because, as I said, I have been watching a lot of Kirsty Marcotte on YouTube, and the whole philosophy of her YouTube channel is to get a paper pad and make as many cards as possible, but only mainly using paper. She does do a little bit of stamping and stuff like that, but not much. So I thought that's a good way to get rid of my DSP, because I'm trying to use, because the new catalogue starts on the 4th, some of the paper that is not carrying over. Hi Alice, thanks for joining. I found a full pack of Dandy Garden DSP I haven't used yet on the weekend. Well, you might be able to take some hints from these these cards tonight, Glenda, because this uses a little bit of the paper. Now, I have cut these out. There is a coordinating punch, but on the piece of paper that these come from, these dragonflies, the little ones are on the same paper. And when you use the punch, I haven't got the punch at my desk and I can't get up again because my foot. But the little dragonfly is at the top and the big is at the bottom, and it doesn't really match with the paper. So to get all the dragonflies out of the piece of paper, I've sat there and fussy cut them. So yes, that's pretty much what I did, Elizabeth, because I couldn't move. I just sat and worked on my business. I scheduled blog posts. I cut cards because I only just have to sit on my bum and not move too much. So it worked out well. So I'm just going to stamp this sentiment. And I've stamped that really crooked. I'm going to turn this over. And I'm going to get a scrap piece because I don't have my stickers on the back to work out how crooked this is. No, I need to go more like that. Or we can just, I think I'm just going to put it on the card crooked. Change up the card a bit. Oh. Change it up a bit. So we need the piece of, so I've got just a normal card, a card base, then a card layer which is 1/8 of an inch smaller, then I've cut another piece of white which is again 1/8 of an inch smaller, and then I've got 2 pieces here which are the same, and all I did was really kind of measure to get 1/8 of an inch border around and in between. So whatever your card layers are, hi Debbie, that's what you do. I don't want to give measurements because I give everybody, like Americans have a different size card layers to us. So I just do 1/8 of an inch, and I know Australians work in centimetres or millimetres, but for craft I don't. So let me put this on, and I just, line up my layers. And this one I just chose to get the colours. Now there's plenty of colours in this paper pack. Misty Moonlight and Bumblebee feature a lot, and so does Mossy Meadow. So I just chose coordinating colours of the DSP with the background here. But you could certainly repeat this. Oh, something's happened here. Oh. Let's, hopefully that works out. I don't know what I've done. I seem to have doubled back on myself. That's better. I'll fix that up later. So you could use the Misty Moonlight as the background as well, and go with all the Misty Moonlight and just recreate this card in a number of the colours. There's something happening here. I'm I'm going to have to stop with that and go with Seal Plus. And layer that on. So I've still got quite a bit of the card, the DSP left, but I only wanted to make 3 cards. But I've used a lot of the different patterns. But it'd be interesting to see if you did it all, use the whole paper pad, how many cards you would get out of it. So then I've got some dimensionals. Here. And I'm going to stick that on crooked so that my sentiment looks straighter. And then pop up my Dragonfly. You could get a mini dimensional and put that down the bottom there so his tail's connected as well, but pop him that way. And then these little ladybird embellishments are super cute. I love them and I'm gonna miss them, but I've got very little left, but I did use 3 on this card. There's gonna be a lot of demos that go, oh my God, that's a lot on one card. But I did use 3 on one card. Here. And then I've used the last one then on another card. So then I am out of these as they are retired. And I have used a whole pack of embellishments before they've officially retired. So that is a bonus. So that's our first card done. Done and dusted. Pop that over there. Now the next card is try to get these all in the right spot. Okay, with that goes over there. Hi Trish, am I not on the right thing? I don't know, I seem to have an awful lot of people watching tonight. Oh no, I'm on the right thing. I thought I was on the wrong channel there for a minute, but that's okay. Okay, so then this card is using the Mossy Meadow. Now Mossy Meadow is a little bit dark, and so is the Blackberry Bliss. But I have just used the black ink on here. You could heat emboss in black or in like white to pop it up a little bit or make it stand out a little bit more. But I thought this was okay in the black ink, but you could change it up a bit. And this one I'm just doing as a thank you card. So thank you for your kindness. Close up that ink before we end up with it everywhere. And then we just kind of put that away, let that dry over there. Now I really like this side, not so much the yellow stripes, so I'm going with this side. And before I never got this bundle. Oh, I got it because this was the bundle that they suggested we use for the on stage in November last year. So I got it. I looked at the paper and thought it's very dark and it's very busy and I've struggled to use it. So that's why I've challenged myself tonight to do it and to use Christy Marcotte's technique because she uses a lot of DSP and I thought that way would tone it down a little bit. Okay, so I'm just tying one of my double bows. I don't have a lot of ribbon left or twine here. Let me take my pick tool, bring that through. And pop that off. Oh, I've done that too tight with my fat fingers. Oh, that's a tight fit. Okay, trim that off. And then, hi Myrtle. I'm going to tie the other bit of the twine on the DSP and just wrap that round prior to sticking that on the card layer so that you get a nice clean finish. And then oh, thanks Angie. I watched some lady, I can't remember her name, some lady on YouTube with the bows and I've been a bit obsessed with them. It uses a bit more ribbon, but sometimes you just want that double bow to make everything pop a little bit. So then it's just a matter of layering up these pieces. Now, see this piece of DSP here that I've cut is the same DSP, but I want to use one side of it this way because to me that's too much on this background, like too much. So we want one that's just the outline, it's not so much, but because I've got the purple colours, which is the Blackberry Bliss, I want to choose this piece that has the most Blackberry Bliss popping from it because it will help tie everything together. So I think I want this piece on Blackberry Bliss and this piece on the Mossy Meadow. So we're gonna do that. Before we get too carried away. Thanks, Julie, that's lovely. And then put this piece on here so I can see what I'm doing. So this looks like it's really busy and I find the paper very busy and very dark. But when you kind of cut it down and only use little strips, it's more manageable and palatable. It's not so dark and overwhelming and full on. So that's why I've done this. So this one we're gonna just stick with adhesive on, and this is gonna just be in here just so that we can see a little bit of the green behind there still. Pop that down. Then with this one we're going to have adhesive on this side and then a dimensional on this side because we've already got an extra layer of cardstock here. So you don't want it too bulky. So we're going to have that, and where are my dimensionals? Here. Otherwise it's going to end up too bulky. Hi Nita. So that one can be there. And then same deal with this. So this kind of sits over that as well. So we're going to have adhesive there, just thing. Makes it go a long way, the more bang for your buck. It does as well. And then dimensionals under this side as well. So we're just going to have, how did I have that? Dimensionals on this side. Sometimes that's a good thing, Glenda, and then other times you want to get rid of the paper. And then you like, I never thought you could stuff up a card till last week, then you made my day. And I stuffed up every card I did last week, didn't I, ladies? God, it was hard. And then I had my team meeting on Tuesday night where I created that swap card and it just carried over. I made so many mistakes. It was not my week last week. So even my team got to see all the bits and pieces that went wrong. That's what happens when you do live crafting. So that one can go there. We can stick the bow here. Sometimes, Glenda, if you want, like it's good to make the paper go a lot further and you can get more cards out of it. And then other times you're like, oh my God, I just want to get rid of this paper. There's so much of it. Just, isn't it done already? Just put dimensionals on the sentiment. And this is where I'm using that last ladybug, so I am out of ladybugs. Now, I keep these. I've got about, I don't know, probably 30 of them. The bigger, taller ones, I've ended up putting my gold hoops in because they fit well, and once you open the packaging, they're gone. But they're good for lots of other little embellishments that you might come across or open or what. Stick this little ladybug here, and then some dimensionals again on this big dragonfly. And he can go there. So that's our second card done. And then our last card uses all these other bits here. So this is the Misty Moonlight colour, which is really pretty. They are spill proof. I have fluid in one of mine and it doesn't like, oh, that's a good idea, Kerry. I've never tried it with liquid. It's a very good idea. Okay. So we've got all these little pieces. Oh, I stuck another. Oh, this one's not going to have a ladybug on it because I finished the ladybugs. So that piece works on that piece. That piece goes on that piece. That piece goes on that piece. And this piece goes on this piece. So the other colour to this is the Calypso Coral. Now this was a bit too bright and cheery for the rest of everything and didn't really fit with the cards that I was doing. So I didn't use this side, but I did use the Misty Moonlight stripes. But Calypso Coral is another colour that you could add into your stack of cards to break up the colours and for it not to be so dark if you want to make a whole stack of these. Now this paper is retiring, will not be available after the 4th of May. Now I'm pretty sure it's still available now. I don't think it's sold out yet. So we're just going to layer this up. And when I cut these layers, I just usually cut, especially because this is a 6x6 paper pad. So I try and usually cut these pieces 2 inches wide. So then I get 3 strips of these out of 1 piece of DSP. And then I just make my cardstock a little bit wider at the 2 1/8 inch. But yeah, you suit your measurements to your DSP to make the most out of it. So those squares here, the DSP again is 2 inches by 2 inches, and that's 2 inches. So they're nice, simple things. And then my layer across here is 4 inches. So then I'm left with a 2-inch strip on this side. So you still have the little strip that you cut off because our card height ends up being like 5.5 inches. So you have 1/2 inch strip that you cut off the bottom, but everything else is 2 inch, 2 inch, and then you have a 2-inch strip. And that's how I work with a 6-inch paper pad, because some people go, oh, it's so hard to use. And it's because they're trying to fit like American measurements into Australian card sizes and things like that. And then you're just wasting too much paper. So I adjust everything to fit Australian card bases, and usually have a 2-inch strip or 1.5, nice, easy, flat, like measurements, not 5 7/8, things like that. The only time I ever use those measurements is when I'm doing a box or something like that, where you kind of actually need it to be a bit more accurate. So I've used the triple banner punch here that I've cut out. So the triple banner punch is 2 inches, 1 3/4, and one, I think, maybe it's 1.5. No, inches. 2 inches, 1.5, and 1. And then if that doesn't work, like if you want smaller ones, then you've got this banner one, which does 1 inch, 3/4 inch, 1/2 inch. So the two of them together, you get banners from 2 inches to 1/2 inch, which is great. Okay, and then pop this one on. Now, that's all right. You can trim it here if you've trimmed your DSP too short. Doesn't really matter too much because this end bit is going to be covered over, but I can just trim that off. You could use your trimmer if you are too scared to cut. We need to stamp a sentiment. So this one is for a true friend. Oh, that's really crooked. That's better. There's always two sides to a piece of cardstock. Now, there's some really pretty focal images on here too. So I've just used the sentiments tonight because I am focusing more on the DSP as opposed to the stamp set. But there's lots of other, you've got this flower image, you've got these little butterfly type things. Now this stamp here is to colour in the ink, to fill in the dragonfly wings. And you've only got one because the idea is that you stamp this way and then you turn it and you stamp this way. Now it doesn't line up 100%, but it is supposed to give you like that watercolor wash in there. So that's available. I don't think the stamp set's carrying over. It's just the DSP that's not. So we're gonna put these together like that. I'm going to, I wish Stampin' Up sold gold clips separately from the card display. We used to years ago, Julie. Used to. I haven't seen them for a while. And then stick that one over. Now, I've just cut out this. Now, this is from the Stitch So Sweetly dies. I have been using this on everything. I love this die. I'm so glad it's carrying over. It's in the current catalogue under like a bundle with So Sentimental. And I know a lot of my customers have missed it, but the stamp set's actually retiring, but the dies are carrying over, and the dies are fabulous. I use them a lot. So I cut out a whole heap over the weekend so I can make some new cards. So I'm just going to pop that. And the whole point of this is just to cover this messy join area here and, you know, just to give it another focal point to then stick your sentiments, your embellishments on so they don't get lost in the DSP. So you can use whatever you have, but that's the whole idea behind it, is to give you another focal area so that your eye is drawn to that instead of focusing on other things. I wish Stampin' Up would sell larger packets of 12 by 12. Yes, that would help, especially when you are scrapbooking, Angie, and I noticed you've been doing a lot of that lately. It would help. We used to sell years ago full packets of each colour, but then it stopped, and we only now sell the multi-packs of the colours, which is frustrating. Like, it makes it hard to do a class or anything like that because you can't all get the same colour cardstock. Now, this is a really skinny piece, and it's, it will fit in here. Let's try this. So I'm just gonna, I need to make 2 albums in pale blue. Oh, doesn't help, does it, Angie? So this slides in. I'm just going to get my other little trimmer here and just trim this down. Can you do it in white, Angie, and just have like the pale blue border around the paper or something like that? So that you've just got white as the 12 by 12 and then fill in the rest type thing. Because I've made scrapbook pages with 6 by 6 before and making it look like a piece of 12 by 12 by adding joins and ribbons here, there and everywhere. I'm just gonna even that up. Now this should fit. This fits much better in here. So, and it's just fallen out. I've been blending the cardstock with blending brush. Oh, that makes sense then, Angie. I'm just gonna see, because this is so small now. fallen out. So if your piece was longer, you could use your punch and fit that in there, but this is why I ended up cutting it with the hand. So if you don't have a punch and you want to benner, what you do is you just get your snips and you find the center and you just snip up, and then you get the corner and you snip up and meet that, and then you've got your benner, which doesn't look too bad. Oh, so then we need the little dimensionals again for this. And pop this down. And then this is our last card. But hopefully you've enjoyed everything. So that pops on there. Let's clear this off. Make some room up there. Dimensionals away, scissors away. So using this stamp set, we have made this and this and this. So thank you everyone for joining. Hopefully you got some ideas, and Glenda, I've inspired you to use your DSP up because you've got a whole pack of it. So you could definitely use these same layouts and sketches and different colors and change it up a bit. But yes, thanks everyone for joining, and I am still planning to be live next Monday, even though it is a public holiday. But yes, so I'll see you all next Monday and hope you all enjoy the long weekend. Bye.